with a brand new track. A laid-back megalomaniac. It's Tom McCaffrey, the funky diabetic, poetic, magnetic, unapologetic. Guess who's back?
Alright, buddy, you guys ready for your headline tonight? The band that you're gonna see? The man, the legend, Tom McCaffrey, everybody!
Yeah, shut up. Hey everybody, how are you? Thanks for coming out. Laugh harder than you have been. Good job. Cool, it's gonna be fun. Thanks for coming out, everyone I emailed. Don't worry, it's 30% new shit. Thanks for coming out. I wrote a book. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, yeah. Cool, yeah. And it's funny because I don't really read, so it's like weird that I can't believe I wrote a book because like it's hard to read, right? I haven't even read my book. That's how much I don't read. You ever go to read a book and the book starts on a page number higher than the number 1, right? I fucking love that. That's awesome, right? Like you open the book, it starts on page 20. You're like, man, I am flying through this thing. Time for me to take a break from all this reading. Time for a book nap. Then you run into your friends. You're like, hey, what have you been up to? Like, oh, I'm reading a book. I'm on page 20, it's great. They're like, oh, what's it about? I don't know. I have no idea what it's about. They're like, what's it called? I don't know. I haven't gotten to that part yet. You haven't gotten to the cover? No. But I'm on page 20. Are you guys switching seats? What the fuck's going on? He's like, no, I need to sit in the middle. It's funnier from over here. I'm not getting it over here on the right side. Those are my fucking friends. They're doing a Chinese fire drill in the middle of the fucking... fucking idiots. I'm having a weird week. This happened to me the other day. You ever go somewhere and someone mistakes you for working at the place because of what you're wearing? That's always like a punch in the face. That happens to me all the time for some reason. I fucking hate that. I swear, that's the last time I go to that Hooters. Like, what the hell? These are brand new booty shorts. I'm gonna have to throw these away now. No, I don't work here. They're like, sir, you're wearing a t-shirt that says Hooters. I'm like, that's because I work at a different place called Hooters. Hooters Law Firm. We represent owl rights. They're like, sir, please leave. I'm like, that's cool. What else? What else do I want to talk about? I've covered everything. I'm single. I'm not, but for this joke, I'm single. We're gonna get back together at the end of this joke. This is like the worst way to break up with someone ever. Hey everyone, I'm single. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not single. I'm in a relationship. Yeah. And they're here. They're the ones laughing the least. No, thank you. No, thanks for coming. Anyway, I was dating a girl a little while ago. She loved playing sex games. I don't know if you guys are into those. Yeah, there's this one sex game she loved to play. It was called Sleep with My Friend Rob. Thank you. It's funny because it's true. I heard people get sad at that joke. Don't get sad. No, don't get sad at that joke. No, it worked out in the end. It did, because she died. Yeah, so I won the relationship. That's what I said at the funeral. That was my eulogy. I was like, hey everyone, she cheated, but I win. 'Cause she's dead before me. They were like, who invited you to this funeral? Like, nobody. I was just in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by and tell you what she was really like. And then when I was done, I was like, I gotta go. I have 8 more funerals to get to. I have 8 more scores to settle. Why do at funerals they only say nice shit about the person, right? I guarantee there's people that hate it. They should even it out. They should have people come and say shitty things like, before we end the funeral, we're gonna bring on the guy she cheated on in high school. Like, hey everybody, Liz was a real phony bitch. I don't know why you're crying, she hated all of you. Especially you in the back. Like, oh fuck. I was single for a while. I was on the dating apps. Those were a nightmare. Those are soul crushing. I was on Tinder. I don't know what Tinder's like anymore, but when I was on Tinder, is it as good as it used to be? Is it as great? No? No? Oh, okay, cool. That was a very emphatic no. No! It's not! I don't know if they said, every time I was on Tinder, every girl's bio, the first thing it always said was, it was always like, you guys, I'm not here for a hookup. Just so you know, I'm not here for a hookup. You're not here for what this was made for? That's like if I went to McDonald's and I was like, you guys, I'm not here for a hamburger. Right? I'm here for a serious relationship. They'd be like, we don't have those here. I thought this would be the best place to come. I was also on Bumble. That one's a nightmare. If you don't know Bumble it's Tinder, but the women have to make the first move, which I don't think that works because I feel like women inherently don't want to be the aggressors in the relationship. But I feel like on Bumble, women still expect the guy to make the first move. Yep. Even though we can't make the first move. I feel like women are at home like, well, if he really liked me, he would hack into the app and contact me. Doesn't sound very motivated to me. This guy's a real loser. He's already failed my one test. One strike and you're out. Went to a family reunion recently. You guys ever go to family reunions? Yeah. I saw a bunch of people who hadn't seen me since I was a baby. You ever seen someone who hasn't seen you since you were a baby and they're shocked that you're not a baby anymore, right? They just can't get over the fact that you've grown into a person, even though that's the natural progression of growing up into a person, right? Wouldn't it be more shocking if after 48 years I still was a baby? I think that would be more shocking, right? Tom, wow, last time I saw you were a baby. It's been almost 50 years and you still are a baby. What happened? Did you piss off a wizard? Can you guys shut the fuck up over there? Okay. Cool. Good vibe in here. Sorry. Can you shut the fuck up? Oh man. Can't believe he told his friends to stop yelling. That was really, really unsettling. I'm gonna wait for this guy to finish clearing things. I feel like that's taking a lot of the attention away. I was killing and then a guy picked up a bottle and everyone's like, what is going on over here? I am done listening to this joke. I've never seen someone pick something up. Yeah, I'm 48 years old. Ladies, I know that sounds old, ladies, 48, but don't worry, I might be 48, but I fuck like a 12-year-old. So, cool. Thank you. You know what's funny? The people who just wandered in here are dying laughing the most at this. Yeah. I was in Texas recently visiting my sister. Thank you. And they have a chain of stores in Texas called Condoms To Go. It's a weird name, right? Is the to go part really necessary? You're selling condoms. Is it just assumed I'm leaving the store? Has this really been a problem? Like, you guys, we have to make it clear that these are to go. Like, it's getting really messy in here. A lot of people slipping around on the floor. How smooth would I have to be using the condoms in the store that I just bought them in? Like, the woman's ringing me up at the register and she's like, "Sir, do you need a bag for these condoms?" Like, I don't know, do I? It's like, if I could convince a woman I just met to fuck me in a condom, so I'm pretty sure I could get her to let me not use a condom. Right? She seems like she's making some bad choices. I don't drink anymore, but I used to like to drink. And I have a lot of friends who drink. They're over there. And I was hanging out with my friend the other day, and he said this to me. He was really drunk, and he goes, "Hey man, this might be the alcohol talking," but and then he said something really stupid. Like, you ever hear when someone uses that phrase, "This might be the alcohol talking," and then they say something dumb? I was thinking, like, you never hear someone use that phrase like for other drugs, right? Like, you're never gonna be talking to someone, they're like, "Dude, this might be the crack talking, but I really feel like robbing a liquor store. Plus, I would totally blow anyone right now for more crack. I don't know if it's the crack or the caffeine talking. Or like, this might be the heroin talking, but I really feel like taking a nap in a dumpster with no pants on." "Dude, this might be the acid talking, but I cannot believe Chewbacca is in my living room having a breakdance contest with the Smurfs and Mr. T. And I cannot believe the Smurfs are losing. That is the weirdest part of this scenario right now. Mr. T got too cocky, like he always does." I don't drink anymore, and I don't know if anyone else here is sober, but the weird thing about, like, when you quit alcohol's the only drug where, like, when you tell people you don't do it anymore, they won't just, like, let you not do it, right? They like, demand a story behind it. Like, it was like, why? Tell me why. Tell me why you don't do that. Never happens with other drugs. I feel like other drugs is just kind of understood why you wouldn't do them. Like, no one's ever like, "You don't smoke meth? Why? Did you have, like, a bad experience with meth? Does that happen? Does meth go bad sometimes? You don't inject PCP into your penis? Why? Like, are you driving later? Or, like, what, do you have a test tomorrow? Come on, man. You don't freebase fentanyl? Come on, man. What, are you religious? Jeez, man. What, are you pregnant? Come on. Come on, you've changed, man. Have a heroin brownie. It's my birthday. This guy's a pussy. Oh, so speaking of all that shit I just talked about, I've been watching that reality show, Intervention. Do you guys know that show, Intervention? Yeah, you know it. If you don't know, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like a guy is an addict, and they film him, and then they have an intervention at the end. But what's so funny is, like, the person never sees the intervention coming for some reason, which is really funny to me, because there's a lot of signals. They always show up and they're, like, shell-shocked. They're always like, "Whoa, what is this? What the hell's going on here? Really? You didn't see this coming?" A camera crew has been filming you smoking crack for 3 months. From a show called Intervention. That didn't set off any alarm bells. Like, if you're not famous and a camera crew just wants to follow you around, that's a red flag that your life isn't going well. Right? If you open your door and a camera crew is like, "Hey, can we just film you? Like, living your life? We think this would be like a hit show." They'd be like, "Really? You want me to do anything special?" I'd be like, "No. Just live it exactly as you've been living it." Like, I don't understand. Like, there's nothing special about me. I'm just a gay guy who smokes meth and plays with his tigers all day. They're like, "Yeah, we know. This is going to be the biggest show in the history of the world. That's how much of a train wreck you are." Tiger King, right? That's a Tiger King reference. That's good. Cool. Tommy King, yeah. Thanks. So things are going pretty well. I went to a psychic recently. Yeah, that's when you know you've just like given up on your life. Going to a psychic. You know when you've given up and you're just going to strangers and you're like, look, here's money. Just tell me something good's gonna happen. Just give me some fucking hope. Is anything good gonna finally happen? It's always funny too, you go to a psychic and they're always like, oh, your life's about to get really good, like tomorrow. Wow, really? It's been horrible for 5 years. But right when I gave you money, it's all gonna turn around. I go to this fucking psychic, they're so full of shit, they act like they're getting some like strong signal. They're like, I can really see your loss in your life. Getting a strong reading that you're lost. Wow, really? You can see that I'm lost? Wow, you're an amazing psychic. It's Tuesday at 2 p.m. I'm wearing sweatpants with mustard stains and holes in them. I got news for you. If I wasn't lost, I wouldn't be looking up gypsies on the internet. The way I found you is I Googled witch doctors. I got news for you. Everyone who comes here is fucking lost. I didn't see Brad Pitt leaving as I walked in. 3 weeks later, I went by the psychic place and it closed down. Oh, guess she didn't see that fucking coming, huh? Yeah, cool. It's funny shit, right? So I have a lot of annoying friends. Right here? No, they're cool. No, not them. Other people. I have a lot of friends, and they use like a lot of stupid phrases or sayings that are popular to try and make me feel better. Like the other day, I was complaining about my life to my friend, and he was like trying to tell me how hard the world is, and he goes, "Hey man, it's a dog-eat-dog world." Have you ever heard that? Yeah, that's not true. Actually, that's not a good description of the world at all. Like I've never heard of that happening ever. Have you? Like, have you ever been talking to someone? They'd be like, "Oh, dude, my dog died." Really? What happened? Another dog ate it. If someone said that to you, you wouldn't be like, "Well, that's the world we live in." Everyone knows if you get a dog, eventually another dog's gonna eat it. Sorry, you should have seen it coming. I love how people just make up these sayings, we just accept them, even though they make no... I'm gonna start doing that, just come up with random sayings that make no sense, hope they catch on. Like, my friend will be like, "Oh, I lost my wallet." I'll be like, "Hey man, it's a cat, rape, alligator world." So, be like, "Yeah, that never happens ever." Yeah, well, that's how I'm choosing to describe the world. In a way that never happens. I'm like, "You're stupid." I have another friend who he drinks a lot, and he always uses the phrase like he'll get really drunk and he'll be like, "Dude, I got so drunk last night. It was a wild night. It was one for the history books." Right? I'm like, do you really think your drunk escapades are gonna make the history books? You have a pretty high opinion of yourself that those stories are important enough to make history. Like, I could just imagine a history class in like 50 years. They're like, "All right, kids, open your history books to page 300. Today we're gonna learn about this idiot named Steve who got drunk and took a crap on his friend's lawn." It's a very important historical event. Then we're gonna learn about when he led the invasion of 7-Eleven and stole all their burritos. Then we're gonna study the battle of him trying to take his pants off. And I want you to learn all the important dates. Christmas Eve 2022, when he got high and puked on his Uber driver. And then got arrested for jerking off in a church. We're gonna spend the next 5 months on this. It really made a historical impact. Being the stupidest person who ever lived. Cool. You guys can learn a lot from her. That's how you do it. I say a joke and then you make noise after it. You guys ever hear that saying? They say when you die, your entire life flashes before your eyes. Man, if that's true, there's going to be an extremely long masturbation montage. It's going to get awkward fast. I just hope I don't have to watch it next to Jesus. Like, I couldn't imagine how that would be. Like, we're like 9 hours in, like, it's been all masturbating. I'm not even out of high school yet. I'm like, can we fast forward some of this? I swear I left the house at one point. I think I even had a job or something. Like, oh, here, stop here. Here, look, I'm in a church. See? Oh, wait, forget it. That was a crazy night. That was one for the history books. I watch a lot of serial killer documentaries. You guys into those? Yeah. Serial killer documentaries? Thank you. The more serial killer documentaries I've been watching, the more I realize, like, before they had DNA, you could just, like, murder people. The police had no way to find you. They just literally had no resources to find murderers before 1988. Before DNA technology, the only strategy the police had to find murderers is they'd go to like a murder scene. They'd be like, well, hopefully he'll murder someone else. And then drop his driver's license and his work schedule on the time he gets home. That's all we got. The murderers were so confident in how little like ability the police had to find them that like serial killers, they used to send letters to the police, like taunting them. That's how emboldened they were. Like they would write letters to the police. They'd be like, yeah, I did it. Fuck you. I'm gonna kill more people tomorrow, probably in this area. Good luck, asshole. Like, damn it. Did he leave his address on the letter? No. What are we gonna do? We gotta figure out something. This is another tactic. The only other tactic they had, a witness would come forward eventually after like the 80th murder, and they'd be like, hey, I think I saw him like in the dark from like half a mile away. And they'd be like, really? Tell us what he looked like. And they'd go to like a police sketch guy. He'd be like, well, he had legs. I think he had hair. Also a ski mask. So I couldn't make out any features. All right, cool. Here's a picture. Hang it up. They went around with this picture that looked like nothing. Hey, have you seen this guy? Like this picture of someone who could be anybody? You'd be like, I can't. That's a cartoon of something I can't see. That could be me for all I know. The other thing I love, I have like 20 more minutes of serial killer stuff, so you better get on board fast. The other thing I noticed in those serial killer documentaries, what's funny to me is like the people always seem to get most outraged and angry about what the killers did after the murders for some reason. Like the murder doesn't even seem to be the part they get most angry at. It's always things they did later that people are the most exasperated about. Like they'll always be like, can you believe that after this guy murdered those people, he had the audacity to make a sandwich? What kind of a monster can eat a sandwich after doing so? It's like, so what is the appropriate amount of time to wait to eat after you murder someone that it's not rude anymore? Like there's this guy who like shoots 4 people in the face. He's like, man, I'm really hungry, but I can't eat because like, otherwise people are gonna think I'm a creep. Last thing I want to do is be disrespectful to anybody. I don't need more people not liking me. That or they always go to sleep, right? They're always like, he murdered 50 people and then he went right to sleep. How are these guys sleeping so fucking easily? I almost wish I was a sociopath just for the sleeping patterns. Like I didn't tip a barista the other day. I needed like 4 Ambien to get to sleep. I felt so guilty. I was like, oh my God. The hell am I doing with my life? I'm such a jerk. These guys like murdering people with a hammer. They're like, Did you ever hear that? I was watching a serial killer documentary about this one serial killer named the Night Stalker, and if you heard of him, he murdered like 50 people, and he was on death row. And it's funny because like a woman actually married him on death row. I think it's funny these women who are like really sexually attracted to these serial killers. It's kind of a weird phenomenon, right? Like how fucked up are you? But anyway, this woman married Night Stalker on death row. And then she found out that Night Stalker was cheating on her somehow. In the documentary, the woman says that when she found out Night Stalker was cheating on her, she said she was shocked. Really? Shocked? No red flags that maybe Night Stalker wasn't relationship material? Maybe he wasn't the most trustworthy partner? You imagine that girl talking to her friend, like, hey, remember that guy I married, the Night Stalker? Yeah, you mean that guy who murdered all those people on death row? Yeah, that's the one. Well, get this. Apparently he's been seeing someone behind my back. That's it. You can't, they're all the same. You can't trust them. That's the last time I dated Capricorn. My mom warned me. She said, don't marry that insane serial killer. It's like I finally meet this great, funny guy on death row for murdering people, and he turns out to be a total pig. More like the night liar. She's like, don't worry, I'm getting back out there. I just started dating another guy. His name is the Afternoon Strangler. Hopefully he doesn't turn out to be a total prick. I was watching TV the other day, I saw this commercial this doctor put up to get rid of genital warts. He's like a genital wart doctor. And the slogan, he goes, do you have unwanted genital warts? Shouldn't that just say, do you have genital warts? I feel like that's enough. I feel like if you have genital warts, just assume that you don't want them. It's like coming out with a commercial, like, do you have unwanted diarrhea in your mouth? Call up Dr. Scoopers. Do you have unwanted fire all over your house? Do you have unwanted man-eating bears living in your bed? Do you have unwanted herpes on your face? Yes, I do, damn it. Just get rid of the unwanted ones. I want to hang on to some. I want to hang on to some genital warts. I'm trying to get revenge on an ex. That's cool. Is that the fire alarm? Because these jokes are on fire. All right, cool. That was the only thing missing from this. Someone's alarm from 1984. The fuck was that for? Like to remind them of something at like 9:40 on Sunday? Oh yeah, I gotta do that important thing at 9:45 on Sunday night. I gotta go murder that hooker, I forgot. Yeah. I saw another commercial the other day for that restaurant Red Lobster. And if you ever saw this commercial, at the beginning of the commercial, they go, this month, lobster is back. And Red Lobster. Lobster's back? Were you guys not serving lobster for a while at Red Lobster? That seems like an odd decision to make. People are coming into Red Lobster. They're like, yeah, I would like to have the lobster, the Red Lobster. Yeah, we don't have that anymore. They're like, no, I think you misheard me. I want the lobster. Yeah, we got rid of that. Not enough people were ordering it. It was a weird choice. You'd be like, no, I saw it on the menu. No, we took it off. No, it's on the menu. It's right here. It's your fucking name, asshole. Your logo is a lobster and you don't have lobster? Be like going into Pizza Hut, like, I want the pizza. Yeah, we got rid of that. We're going in another direction. Going into Applebee's. I'll have the shit food. Yeah, no. We got rid of that. But that's why everyone comes here. I know, it was a weird choice. Saw another commercial for Greyhound bus. I don't know if you know Greyhound bus. Do you know Greyhound bus? You know what their slogan is? It's leave the driving to us. I'm like, yeah, you guys are a bus company. I'm gonna leave the driving to you. I didn't even know this was an issue that needed to be addressed. Like, I just assumed when I gave you the money that you guys would be driving. Like, are there bus companies out there that are so shitty they're not providing drivers? Like, yeah, dude, we got a bus going to Boston, but you're gonna have to drive it. Sorry, we're really shitty. You can pick up the keys at 4. Don't forget to fill it up before you bring it back. Let's talk about Pizza Hut. I saw a commercial for Pizza Hut, and it was so funny at the beginning of the commercial. They go, you won't believe what's happening this month at Pizza Hut. And I was like, I can't wait to fucking hear this. And they were like, we have 2 medium pizzas for $12.99. I'm like, yeah, I could totally believe that that's happening at Pizza Hut. You can't say, I won't believe what's happening at Pizza, and then just say exactly what you would be doing at Pizza Hut. If you're gonna do it, at least be something that wouldn't be happening there. Like, you won't believe what's happening at Pizza Hut now. We're kicking old people in the face for no reason. And all we're serving now is lobster. For some reason, Red Lobster gave us all their lobster for free. Apparently, they're not serving it anymore. So come down to Pizza Hut, kick an old person, and have a lobster sandwich. Wow, restaurants have changed. Went to Dunkin' Donuts the other day. It's another great. I go to Dunkin' Donuts every day. I fucking hate it though. It's like every time I go to Dunkin' Donuts, the same exact scenario. There's 8 people working behind the counter. None of them will even fucking look at me. Every time I go to Dunkin' Donuts, like for some reason a fight has just like broken out with the entire staff. So I'm just standing there. So I'm standing there for like 5 minutes. I finally get this guy's eye contact. And he looks at me and I go, yeah, can I have a donut? And he looks at me and he goes, sorry man, that's not my department. I was like, this whole place revolves around handing donuts to people. What department do you work in? The math department? And he's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm still being trained. Really? They don't think you're ready to hand donuts to people yet? What kind of training could they fucking have at Dunkin' Donuts? How rigorous can that be? Like, welcome to Dunkin' Donuts. Do you have arms? Get out there. Hurry up, there's a guy out there who looks like he needs to be ignored. Go fight with the register guy about something. So finally I get my coffee and my donut, I'm sitting down. There's no one in the place, it's huge. You ever have this happen? It's a huge place, no one's in there, the guy's mopping, he starts mopping my fucking foot. There's an entire place where my foot is not. I'm like, can you just wait like a minute to like mop that 1 inch of the floor? He's like, I'm sorry, I'm still being trained. I'm actually working at Pizza Hut, so it's a really shitty place. Just used the bathroom recently, thank you. It's funny, it's called the restroom. You ever notice when you go to a public place like a restaurant, they always call the bathroom the restroom? Who do they think they're fooling? There's no resting going on in there. We all know what's really going on in there. Have you ever gone to a bathroom and be like, oh, what's that smell? Someone must have taken a huge rest in here. Jesus, what did they eat? How long were they asleep for? They used all the toilet paper? I can't rest without toilet paper. You're at a restaurant, your friend comes back to the table. Hey, you've been gone like half an hour. What were you doing? I was in the restaurant. Normally, I don't like resting in public, but I had to take a huge nap. I think it was the nachos. Like, oh, I'm gonna go use it. I wouldn't go in there, man. I saw John Goodman going in after me. He looked really fucking sleepy. He was eating a meatball sub as he went in. I think he's gonna be in there resting a while. I actually heard him resting as I left. He was snoring out of his ass. I wouldn't use the other bathroom. I saw a homeless guy coming out, man. He must have been exhausted. He got some of his rest all over his pants. Someone told me he rested all over the floor. They had to shut down the restaurant. Cool. disgusting, and it went on long. That's good. But you ever do this? You ever lie to someone to get out of something you don't want to do, but then you have to keep changing the lie, and then it becomes really obvious you're lying? Like, the other day my friend called me up, he's like, hey man, can you help me move on Friday at 3? And I was like, I can't, sorry, I have a doctor's appointment Friday at 3, sorry. And then he was like, wait, did I say Friday at 3? I actually meant Thursday at 2. And I was like, oh, did I say Friday? And my doctor's appointment is Thursday at 2. And he's like, wait, no, actually I'm gonna move Wednesday at 1. I'm like, basically my doctor told me to come in whenever Steve's moving into his new apartment. So just let me know when that's happening, I can't make it. So porn, you guys like porn? You guys, yeah, cool, you do? Yeah. Porn's cool. But sometimes in the porn, you ever see this? They'll be wearing condoms in the porn. You ever seen that? That kind of like takes me out of the porn, right? That's not hot. It's like I'm not watching porn to watch people make responsible choices in their lives. Like the whole point is that your life is bottoming out, and I want to see it. It also never fits the scenario. You know what I mean? It'll be like a guy banging his stepmom in a dumpster, right? You know, you don't really seem like the condom wearing type. You seem more like a fly by the seat of your pants kind of guy. I remember, I don't know if you guys did this when you were young in the 80s, the only way we could get porn, I came up with this brilliant scenario to get porn. What I would do is like, I was like 12 years old, I would call the video store and I would put on a fake deep voice, which always sounds totally believable, by the way. That always fools everybody when a kid puts on a deep voice. I would call the video store and I was like, hello, yes, this is a grown man. I would like to order some porn. The guy's like, all right, what do you want? I'm like, can you tell me some of the names? Yes, I want you to go in the back and pick out some names and give me the synopsis. It's like, Anal Spank Party 5. Not interested in that one. Phil, Jill, Edward Penis Hands. Oh, I'll take that one. You want to come pick it up? I'm actually going to send my 12-year-old son in to pick it up. This is a real thing that is really happening. He totally has my permission. You'll know him. He'll be with his 5 12-year-old friends. They'll be the ones giggling incessantly. Also, can you buy some alcohol and cigarettes for me and give it to them? That's right, I'm the worst parent on the face of the planet. Yeah, cool. That actually happened. It was so funny, I went in to get it after and I acted all clueless. Oh yeah, I think I'm supposed to pick something up. Some porn or something? That's for my dad, yeah. Yeah, I was like, here you go, idiot. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Get out of here. You guys ready? Yeah. Fuck you too. This is an oldie but a goodie. I'll fucking do it. Buckle up. This shit gets real funny real fast. Just watching the E! True Hollywood Story of Pee Wee Herman. Do you guys remember him? Pee Wee Herman? Do you remember when their big thing, it was like 1990 something, where he got busted masturbating in the porno theater? Remember? I was watching E! True Hollywood Story. They're interviewing the cop that arrested him masturbating. The way the cop described what he was doing, he goes, yes, I caught Mr. Herman manipulating his genitalia. Manipulating his genitalia, that's not a good way to describe masturbating, manipulating genitalia. Because that kind of like implies that I'm like lying to my genitalia. Or like tricking it into doing that, which like I've never done. Has anyone ever been like, hey genitalia, you want to just like hang out on the couch tonight, watch a movie? I'm not going to try anything, I'm really tired. And then you're like, I got you, genitalia. You fell right into my trap. I don't think that's an accurate description, because I usually feel like it's the other way around. Like my genitalia is manipulating me into doing that. Right? Like I'll be in the shower and I'll be like, what genitalia? You want me to wash you? All right, that sounds fine. No harm in that. And I'll be like, I can't believe I fell for that. You have manipulated me yet again, genitalia. For the 7th time this morning. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.
Guess who's back with a brand new track? A laid-back megalomaniac in a shady black Pontiac with a pack of stacked nymphomaniacs. Guess who's back?